They love finding Andy Warhol and going like, well, here are 10 other artists that were around at the same time doing very similar things. And it's like kind of a way to discredit an artist, right? First of all, it's always true. Like, it's always true that, yeah, there are, like, in any time you could find multiple artists doing very similar things, right? It's funny the way things work that way. I don't know why. That's just a very common kind of thing that happens. I don't like the way people present it, because I don't think we should be using that to discredit Andy Warhol. I think we should be using that to accredit new artists, but, you know, that's besides the point here. But it's interesting, right? Because it points to something very obvious. I think people have trouble comprehending, myself included, is like, well, why weren't these people famous? The work is just as good. You know, I personally, I'm a huge Andy Warhol fan because I think that he as a person is very interesting. And I think that the mythos around him is interesting, right? Maybe that's why he's bigger than Roy Lichtenstein, but I've always looked at Roy Lichtenstein and been like, man, this guy should have been way bigger. Like, I was like, these are some of my favorite paintings ever. You know, especially if you guys go see them in person. If you're ever here in New York, you go to the MoMA. I think that the Lichtensteins and the Warhol's cans and his Monroe is in the same like room or whatever, right? I've always thought that the Lichtensteins were so much more interesting, right? And like, you have to have the thought when you look at that of like, well, why wasn't this successful, right?